Top up time, rain about. Good morning, Glenn.
Yeah, disappointing scratchings, Mark. First time in Sydney in a long, long time where I haven't seen one double-figure race. Nine's our biggest field all day.
Yeah, and the Rosehill trainers seem to get amongst it as far as the scratchings were concerned, which is interesting because they only had 5 mils at Rosehill till 6:30 this morning. They have just had a rain band come through, and there is more rain about. So it's watch this space. So
Watch this space. What do you mean, more scratchings or meeting off?
No, just deteriorating track because the track is not too bad at the moment.
I get little heart flutters when you say they're going to be off.
I know. Anyway, there was some key scratchings. John Hawkes pulled out his 2 promising types, and Snowden decided he couldn't go on with his 2-year-old favourite. And yeah, it's been complicated, the situation. As you say, we're down to a largest field of 9, which is race 1. And here, Proven Class has firmed fixed odds, 850 into 6. Proposer Toast has been spec through at 34 into 18. And here you see there's 12,500 matched on the favourite at this stage, sitting there at $1.90, and no great intel on anything else. You think it's easier for the favourite or harder now, Glenn? Or it doesn't matter?
I don't think it matters, Mark. Maybe it's easier, less traffic to get through. There's less chance Jay Ford can muck it up. So I know his riding percentages are quite poor, as you pointed out yesterday on the show, but he's an experienced rider.
Yeah,
I say Jay Ford, I think he'd take over targets.
I know.
It was once a time.
Exactly. Well, look, I think what has happened with the rain is that you probably get a better price than you would have got Omaha. There does seem to be some early resistance, given that the adjusted prices with the scratchings is $8 to $11, $1.72. Okay, we'll move on to race 2, which is the first of the 2-year-olds. Goldies have already got Jeff's pedigree assessments for this and the next, and Mallory's on the blow. No great matchings there. In fact, that's surprising that there's nothing there for Mallory at this stage, given that it's currently at $2.60 fixed. Total Babe, you can see there, is 3,500 matched, so it's a horse of great interest. Not anything in particular that has come to light as far as fixed odds movements are concerned. We were sort of bagging the blue colours yesterday, but do you think it having had a recent race over the 1100
it significantly helps its chances, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's 35 days with a trial, and did step 9 to 11 last start, and the other 2 are resuming off 1,000-metre runs off regulation spells. So that could be a factor. And obviously, look, we're waiting on the parade. Something might pop up at you out of the bottom 4.
Possibly.
Perfect Darling. Yeah, Perfect Darling was scratched at the barrier last week. There was a bit of interest in her in that race. Obviously, she's away from home this time. And all right.
One of the top 3 will win. But,
okay.
But what am I saying? I'm not saying much. I'm tipping 3 from 1.
Yeah. All right. Race 3. The Snowden came out, and Waller's second string. He's still got 2 in there: Waller, Giannis, and Home Affairs. And as far as the fixed odds are concerned, there's the favourites on the blow big time. That's Home Affairs, my best of the day. And ready available, a horse you mentioned yesterday, Zethus and Sing a Love Song, the 2 horses with recent starts over the course. So ready available into 550, 750 into 550, Zethus 650 to 460, Sing a Love Song 21 into 12, and Surplus Value, a horse we didn't mention on the show yesterday, but was a surprisingly good run against the older horse on debut at Kembla. It's been 34 into 19.
Yeah. We didn't mention it, and we probably should have actually. Still 9 for me. I'm happy with the price I'm going to get.
Yeah. Ditto. Yeah, I'm channeling you now. The staying race, and So Vadian came into $3.75 with the scratchings, but is now on the blow, and you can have, there you go, there's $6 available there on the fair now. Great house, obviously the one of the talking points of the day. Horse that's hard to line up. It's sitting there at around the $3 mark, and seems sort of brave, doesn't it? To try and take $3 this horse.
It seems sort of brave in these conditions. Oh yeah, I'm just MYM them, but
yeah, obviously.
I mean, if it looks fit and on top, I suppose 2-to-1's right, because I expect it to win.
All right, the mover is My Demetra, which you know, is up and running down in the weights. Blah blah blah.
How can you back Snowden in anything at the moment? Just see that thing in the first last night, red and yellow colours. Just traded 420. Looks sensational. Didn't make it to the 300.
Yeah, well, but of course, you know, someone like Gord will be suggesting that these things don't hang around forever. Yes, we're observing that he's in a great trough, but there's going to be money to be made when they come out of the trough, because they're, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll wait till I do my money to come out of the trough, and I'll spend at least a week or 2 weeks convincing myself.
Yeah.
But the rest is just boredom central, isn't it?
It is. I'm surprised there's so little interest in On the White Turf on the 7-day backup, which we saw a horse go around at Scone on Thursday at a very good price off a 4-day backup from Wyong. You know, in these sort of circumstances, it can be a bit of a push for the horse.
Yeah.
Race 5, we're down to 7 here, and Davari, Gord's horse of focus, is 650 into 5 fixed odds. Marcinet is the favourite there on the fair, and little interest in Shake. One of two Hawks horses that he left in, so I don't know what that means. Used by Sebring, which, you know, do definitely like the cut out of the ground for mine. So
yep.
I would think that Shake is alive and well here, especially how after going 11 up to 13 the other day. You know, I suppose
especially at that price too. I wasn't that keen on it, but I could cover it at $5 if it gets to $5. I'm still interested in 4 and 5, and I think we were a bit iffy about the 6 yesterday, weren't we?
Well, I like the 6. It's just you know, it's got wide out form, and look, it should be able to find the front here. You know, and it's third up, but you know, its creds are a bit mysterious, I suppose. Race 6 is the horrid benchmark 78. Moana Jewel, the Rant horse here, is 9 into 650. There's not a lot of activity there on the fair. I see Canasta's been blowing.
Well, this stable has a very small team, Tracy Bartlett. Suddenly produced a winner again last night, 12s into 6s it was on course. So they're obviously going well.
Yeah, Nash is not riding today, so he's been replaced by T-Berry in the first, and they're awaiting a rider on General Soho in this race. All right, well, look, you know, all eggs with number 9 here, but it's an odd little race, isn't it?
Very, yeah.
And not a lot to really say about what's happened in the betting so far in that race. All right, the feature, and of course, Gerald pulled out Standout, and John Hawkes pulled out Ollie Kirk. So Savatiano is into yours for theirs. Fixed odds, 3,700 match there at low 2-ish. Coldings also had some support, 9 into 7 fixed, not reflected there.
If that rain band just kept in for another hour, number 2 would start such a second pick here, 5 to 2, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, he started a very short price for a horse that doesn't win very often. Well, I understand his suitability in wet ground, but as far as the race,
fresh as well, Mark.
I know, but as far as how the race is run, it's not really his go. You know, it's a little sit and sprint.
If the rain keeps coming, it won't matter. Best wet tracker in New South Wales.
All right, well, there you go. And I'm not saying the rain's not going to keep coming, so there you have it.
Watch that weather space.
Race 8, the 1500, and here Betcha Flying into 460, $6 into 460, Brutality 9 into 7, and not a lot happening there on the fair. Frosty Rocks is the favourite. we were sort of poo-pooing him on the show yesterday. Baker deep in the prep, coming back in distance in these circumstances. Is that perhaps
second best wet tracker in New South Wales?
Right. So that's
it's a live chance, big chance. Now, Frosty, don't you think?
Look, it ticks a lot of Baker pearls, doesn't it? And you're saying that if the track is heavy, then that's very significant. I thought there was a bit of local form here that Frosty Rocks, by being away for the last 3 runs, perhaps hadn't, the last 2 runs, looked a bit vulnerable. But, you've got Betcha Flying career best form, brutality on the 7-day backup with the blinkers back on, and the bottom one with a space job course and distance last start.
It's a good race. It's a good betting event.
It is. I think it's one of the best betting races on the card. And we reached the nightcap, which John Hawkes pulled out a horse. So what have we got for the quaddie now, Glenn? Because we're left without a runner, or do we just take can you have a treble on those?
Oh wow, we did. No, because we played it 1 out, didn't we? I forgot about that. Oh gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Is there any hopes in the race besides 3 and 5 now?
Look, I'd put in 11.
Oh, you keep mentioning 11, Mark.
Double digits, yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Mo's Crown is 550 into 4 fixed, so it comes out of the lead up. It's got J-Mac back on. It's got the bar plates off, so it's had the bar plates. Yeah.
You said it's at the last 3 starts.
It's had the bar plates on its last 3 starts. So it won at Kembla, and then it had the bar plates on when it led at Rosehill and got run over.
But did we get notified by that?
Well, it's hard to know. I tried to do some research as to the page for that day shows Mo's Crown with bar plates on, but I reckon that's changed. That's been retrospectively changed.
Oh.
So I'm not sure about that. Someone else may know. Anyway, look, it's sort of a nicky little race. You've got a little more of the lure here. Big Parade looks to sit outside or chase, and Mo's Crown will just have the drop on Big Parade here. Handspun went particularly poorly first up. This seems more suitable. Rosehill wet.
I'm interested in 5, Mark.
Right. Well, that's a
bit of a stable favourite.
Yeah, although your matchings with J Coyle are less successful than they should be.
Oh well. At least I didn't back Kawakini again last night. Anyway.
Yeah, I think you've actually sworn off her. It's been long enough, hasn't it?
It's been like, oh well, she's an old man now. You got to drop old mans.
Yeah, so that's a run through the card at Rosehill. As I say, keep your eye on the radar. Actually, I should have shared that, shouldn't I? That would have been something to show the. So I'll do that right now. As you can see, it's just moved through Rosehill there, 1 or 2 mils. But if we look at the wider picture, there's bits and bobs around moving through. So we'll have to see.
Wow.
There's not a lot of rain there. The colours are quite good there, but it doesn't help if it's raining during the meeting. That just causes everything to go to shit. So I was sort of anticipating we would get through this meeting without any rain, but I'm looking like I'm going to be wrong there. All right, so that's Racing Rant's top-up show for Rosehill today. Don't forget that if you have not tried us, you get to try us free for 2 weeks. It's $29 a week, but you pay nothing for the first 2 weeks, and you get to sample all the good gold stuff, which is 5 shows a week, is it?
A lot of shows.
That's a lot of shows. It's 2 sets of Mounting Yard Mail a week. It's 2 sets of my assessments each week. You get a synopsis of the Saturday preview, as in a hard copy.
Access to the chat room.
Access to the chat room. Jeff's pedigree assessments for the Sydney 2-year-olds. And
it's like going to the Easter show and getting a real big bag.
I know, but you don't have to pay for this sample bag. Well, you don't have to pay for 2 weeks.
You have to pay for 2 weeks.
So
if you sign up with Dave Dwyer, you can complete it, Mark.
Put $500. Put $500 in the account with Dave Dwyer, and he'll give you $116 back.
For 4 weeks of rant subscription.
Yeah. So
once you have to start paying, so then you're up to 6 weeks free.
Exactly. Yeah, and you've got a tank. All right, so we look forward to seeing those of you that have not tried us on Monday for the rant, because we'll be reviewing all things Rosehill, and Paul Daly will be along to dissect the times, which has been very useful, I've found. So we'll look forward to that. It's obviously a bit of a springboard meeting. We've got a feature race here. We've lost a couple of the other horses that we were looking forward to the autumn with in Mount Popper and Masked Crusader, but I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about on Monday. So we will catch you then.
See you.